Hello, hello, beautiful soul. See people just starting to pop on. Hello, hello. So good to see everyone. Had a few moments this afternoon, so I thought I would pop on. I really need to develop a schedule, don't I? So I can put it out. People know when to find me. So glad to see everyone popping on here. How's everyone's week been? Has everyone been having one? Thank you, thank you. I see already people are already sharing my live. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Hi, baby love. How are y'all doing? Thank you, baby love, for the gifts. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for liking and sharing my live. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel this afternoon. I had a full day of appointments, so I wasn't sure if I was going to have time or energy to go live, but I'm feeling pretty peppy. Hi, Jules. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Brittany. So I'm glad to see everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to get started here with how about some cards? I always start with cards, right? Hi, hello, hello. So glad to see everyone. Thank y'all for liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Hi, Miss Brittany. I'm doing really well. I'm actually feeling really good. Feeling very peppy. Might be this, hello, Jalen. I don't drink a lot of caffeine. And I went this morning and had coffee with a girlfriend. So I'm like, Also, when you've been sick and you get better, you have all this energy going on. How's everyone doing? Give me some feedback. How's y'all's weeks going? How was your holidays? Is everyone doing good? I have some cards here that are like bent weird. I don't like it. Just been damn. Hi, Jaylene. So good to see everyone. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Who am I going to give her? Okay, this reading that I'm about to give is for Brittany Hosking. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for the gifts. I appreciate you. So when you're reading cards, you just say the name, and then the spirit tells you when to stop shuffling once you get there. Right there, said to stop. All right, so here we go. This is for Miss Brittany Hosking. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. All right. So first we're starting out with, I'm having a different deck here. I had to get acclimated to this different deck. I usually use, it's still a tarot deck. It just has different artwork on it than I usually use. So it took me a minute to get acclimated. It's like, what am I looking at here? The first card I have here is a Nine of Pentacles. It's really a positive card. The Pentacles is really about your, cards are falling here, about your work or your physical walk on this planet. So this is really about, you have all the tools. You are reaping the benefits of your hard work, Brittany. You have been working hard, headed somewhere. And I know sometimes, like if someone said that to me right now, matter of fact, someone did say it the other day, I was like, because I'm not where I want to be. But we always have a goal we're reaching towards. I'm hearing, Brittany, and this card is proving it, that you need to enjoy where you are. You've worked really hard. You've done a good job. You are really reaping the benefits of where you are. Again, you have 3 Pentacles. So this is hardcore. I only pulled 4 cards. This is hardcore about your physical walk on this planet, about your work, your actual work. The next one is the Ten of Pentacles. Extremely positive card. The Ten of Pentacles is really about financial security and family and long-term success, which really plays upon the Nine of Pentacles I just said, that the Nine of Pentacles is about you're reaping the fruits of your labor. Though you are not where you want to be, you are certainly reaping the benefits of all the hard work you put in. Next card up was the Ten of Pentacles, all about abundance, and you're really headed in the right direction. The next one is the Page of Pentacles. A lot of pentacles in this reading. Page is about manifestation and searching out some new opportunities. So what this is telling me is that yes, you are on the right path. Yes, you're headed in the right direction. But don't keep your, sometimes when we go to reach for goals, we're just so ultra focused on our goal. We don't recognize spirit working in our life and trying to kind of shift our path and helping us out. So yes, you're on the right path, but make sure you're paying attention to the synchronicities that spirit drops in to change your path, to tweak it, and just make it a little better. That's definitely going to be coming your way. The last card is the Ten of Wands, which is though, yes, this entire reading has been positive and you're heading in the right direction. Synchronicity is going to start coming your way to kind of tweak your path. The last card is the Ten of Wands, which is really about hard work. So yes, you're heading in the right direction, but just know it is going to be hard work. You still are going to have to row the boat. And I can feel, sometimes I feel this way too. You're like, I'm tired of rowing the boat. I get that. I understand that, but you are definitely headed in the right direction, Brittany. When you get tired, make sure you rest. Don't quit. All right. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for letting me start off the day by giving you a reading. I appreciate you. Oh, all right, Miss Jess. Yes, I found out I'm pregnant and also going to college and working full time. Okay, so that is absolutely how she is. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Everything I just said, she just summed it up right there. She just found out she's pregnant. Congratulations. Congratulations on that new baby. All right, this next reading is for Jess. Jess, I appreciate you liking and sharing my live. I also appreciate all the gifts. It's so odd. I don't have a moderator today, so it just feels weird to not have that extra energy balancing me out. It's not that I have to have it, I'm just used to it. I'm used to reading, and I always have like a moderator right here, either Dee on the phone or my husband sitting there, so it's kind of odd to not have that. All right, this is for, oh, right there, said to stop. This reading is for Miss Jess. Jess, thank you for the gifts, and thank you for liking and sharing my live. All right, very good. Okay. Oh, almost knocked those cards completely off. That'd have been a mess. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. This is really about you have everything you need to get to your goals. It's about diligence. It's about continuing forward. You have to think about the Wands is really about earth energy. Your physical reality on this planet, your work. Think about it. Pentacles, earth, your reality on this planet. And the Eight is really about having high standards for yourself, being diligent in what you do, and to not change that. Jess, you are a consummate learner, I'm hearing, whether that's in college or whether that is just taking classes and furthering reading. However, you are a consummate learner. Don't ever give up that passion. You have very high standards for yourself and those around you. And those people may say you're judgy or picky. No, you just have high standards, and I say keep them. So that is the first card. It's the Eight of Pentacles. The next one we have is the Three of Wands here. And it's about really preparing yourself for progress and heading forward. It makes sense because the Eight was right before this. The Eight is about high standards. You're learning, you're gathering all of your resources. The Three of Wands is about charging forward, about preparation for making progress. The power of this three coming together. The next card is the Four of Wands, which is about celebration and joy and harmony. You are absolutely headed in the right direction. The first card was about you have high standards, and you should have high standards. You're a consummate learner. Keep learning, whether that is taking classes or reading books. You're constantly trying to expand your thoughts, expand your brain. Keep doing that. You're preparing yourself to progress forward, and that's about your spiritual journey on this earth. And you are going to have harmony when you start accepting who you are in your authentic walk on this planet. It is about having a strong foundation when it comes to, I have this here that keeps bothering me, when it comes to your home life. Now, the last card we're ending it with is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is you do struggle with anxiety and worry, and sometimes you'll all of a sudden, it feels like, and this I'm getting this intuitively, I feel like I'm almost getting a panic attack. It doesn't quite turn into that, but every once in a while I feel like you have this overwhelming anxiousness and you don't really know where it's coming from. I don't know if you can confirm that, Miss Jess. She just said anxiety and worry are my middle name. So she confirmed it. Thank you very much for confirming that, Jess. It's because you have this perfectionist standard. I want you to start giving yourself some love and some grace, the same love and grace you give to others. You have all the tools you need. You have made it this far with brilliant success. Now you have everything you need to complete your walk on this planet. You are doing a good job. Don't give up. If you are feeling this huge anxiety, there's a couple of things I want you to do. You can journal about it. You can also surround that situation with love and just knowing that you have everything it takes to move forward. All right. Thank you, Miss Jess, for letting me read you. I appreciate you, and thank you for confirming the information I just gave you. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. You're welcome, Miss Jess. You are very, very welcome. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I appreciate you. All right, let's see here. It's like someone just shared it like crazy. Jaylene. Thank you, Miss Jaylene, for liking and sharing my live. Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate you. So this reading is going to be for Jaylene. I just say her name until it tells me to stop. Right there. I don't know if y'all could hear that, like the card's almost stuck. It's really, I love that feeling when they almost stick together. All right. This is for Jaylene. Okay. Very good. Okay, so the first card, thank you. I appreciate y'all. A little side note, I do have an intro to mediumship class starting February 11th. So make sure if you're interested in learning mediumship, you go check out my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. So I keep my classes small. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of work, a lot of talking about how we're getting information from spirit, breaking down what you're getting, and I give a strong foundation. Probably because I taught college for 20 years, so I'm very good at laying a strong foundation. That's also how I learn. Like if I don't have a strong foundation, I can't just put stuff on top of it. I have to know from bottom up. So that's how I teach. Give you that strong foundation, and then you can move on from there. All right, so Miss Jaylene. The first card we have is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is associated, so Wands is associated with fire. So when we talked about Pentacles associated with earth, Wands is associated with fire, fast moving energy. It is really about, the Two of Wands is about duality and togetherness and really planning and making progress and making decisions, discovery. So you have this Two, which is about duality and balance, and this Wand energy is about, the Two of Wands is about progress and making decisions and discovery. Now, yes, that is part of your path. The next card we have is the Hermit card. The Hermit card is really about taking time to discover things on your own. Yes, you can bounce ideas off of other people, but you are being called to really take some time to yourself, to really sit with your own feelings, to really, it's kind of weird. Okay, to really sit with your own feelings, to take your own counsel. So duality, planning, but to do that, to make this planning and to progress and really start feeling stable and balanced, you need to take some time on your own. Also, the next card is the Eight of Wands, which is really about speed, action, swift change. There's going to be some change coming your way. You can probably feel it. I can feel the uneasiness in your body. So this uneasiness you're feeling in your body is you can feel change coming your way, which tells me you're intuitive. I don't know if anyone ever feels this, like something is coming and you're like, it makes you feel very uncomfortable because you haven't quite learned to decipher what's coming your way, but you can feel this change in energy. So you're like, do I duck? Do I hide? Do I bob? Do I zigzag? So that is the uncomfortableness and kind of feeling uncomfortable in your own skin that you're feeling right now, Jaylene, is that you can feel this change coming. You can feel this fast-moving energy, and you're like, what is it about? It is about you're going to a situation where you're really going to have courage. You're going to have to sit with your own inner strength, and you're going to have compassion for yourself. How do I know that? The last card up was a 9 of Wands. You are going to kind of be put to the test. Your faith is going to be put to the test. And when I say faith, I ask Spirit, like I get nosy. Faith in what? Faith in yourself. Go into hermit mode. If you find yourself having to defend yourself to other people, if you find yourself questioning your decisions, honey, go into hermit mode. You are crazy intuitive. That's where your answers are always going to come. You can seek counsel from other people. But when you do that, Jaylene, make sure you're sitting with how does that information hit your body? If someone is saying something and you're like, and they're saying it very passionately, but you feel yourself just kind of either moving away from them, or you can feel your solar plexus kind of moving and shrinking into you, that's a sign that what they're telling you is not accurate. You are crazy, brilliant, Miss Jaylene. You need to listen to your own counsel, and to do that, make sure you're spending time with yourself. You're going in that hermit mode. All right, thank you, Miss Jaylene. Oh, Virginia says that she's been in hermit mode all year. She's ready to come out of it. Yes, yes, yes. I completely get that. You're welcome, Miss Jaylene. You're very, very welcome. I am feeling much, much better. I want to thank y'all for even asking that. For those of you who are new here, I did actually almost, this of you actually helped me too, but I realized stuff after experience a bad time. Yes, yes. Thank you for being here, Princess Rose. Thank you, thank you. I want to like everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I actually did have a near-death experience a couple of weeks ago, so someone's asking how I was feeling. I'm feeling much better, thank you. I was taking a medication for cancer that was knocked my immune system out, and then I got COVID, and yeah, almost took me off this planet. So has anyone on here ever had a near-death experience? Aw, thank you, Sissy. Has anyone here ever had that? It's a weird feeling, like when you can feel your life force leaving and coming into your body. Angel is saying yes. Virginia, yes. Chelsea, yes. Cheyenne. It's an odd feeling when you can feel your life force kind of coming in and out of your body, and you don't really care because it feels really nice on the other side. Oh my goodness, Lexi, she was electrocuted. Oh my word. Jules had a pulmonary embolism. Internal bleeding in her abdomen. Oh my goodness. Princess Rose had an out-of-body experience. I'm only catching you today because I came home from work sick. Oh, Deb, I'm so sorry. Raina said yes. My brother said that too. When I was 15, I believe I was passing and God saved me. I could see my body laying on the floor. Yes, yes, yes. Cheyenne, I had second open heart surgery with a lot of complications. I should set up like a meeting where I had 4 PE. I'm not sure what that is. Angel, what is that? I had 4 PE cancer. What is that? What is PE? Was that like the pulmonary embolism? Deba said she needed infusions. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, very good. That's what I thought it was. Okay, yeah, it's just a weird feeling. And I have a subscription group called the Divine Collective. And we meet a couple of times a month for card readings or group reading. And so shortly after this, I had a Divine Collective meeting. So it's on Zoom. It's a lot less people. So, we're there chit-chatting. And so I was, only when I gave birth unmedicated, thought I was going to die. I'm sure that's nothing to compare. I don't know, Jaylene. I've had 2 births with medication and 1 without. Drugs all the way for me. I know some of you want to do it without drugs. Bless you. Go forth and multiply. I need drugs. So whenever you are, so I was meeting with the Divine Collective, and everyone described it the same way, like this, your life force leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. And I was home alone. My husband was at work. And so I had, my guide was there saying, get up, get up. And Virginia said I had 5, all epidurals. Amen, sister. Epidurals all the way. I had 3 kids, all with medication. You know, the one child I had without medication, they say I couldn't enjoy the birth because I was in too much pain. But, you know, the other ones, I was like, oh, talking and laughing. So whenever I felt my life force come back into me, that's when my guide was like, get up. And so I got up and, you know, got some medicine and all that. But it was funny because I couldn't decide. Someone asked me. And so my guide was telling me to get up. And I could see my life force kind of leaving me. And I'm not sure if I couldn't or I didn't want to. But I knew when she was saying, so I don't know if anyone can chime in, like how they felt when they came back. Were they like, did not really care? Or were they like, no, I have to get back to my body? I don't know. What y'all feel about that? When those of you that had the near-death experience, where you're like, I know. I was just so comfortable. My last baby, I almost had him on the side of the road. Oh my goodness, Jaylene, having a baby on the side of the road. Oh my goodness. Just said not my time. Aw, all right. Okay, if my baby never made it, does she still have a spirit around me? Absolutely. Okay, so let me tell you, and then I'm going to do a card read for Sissy. 2 natural, 1 C-section. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, Tracy. I don't know, those C-sections, no. I mean, of course, yes, if you have to have them. But I always feel so sorry because you're recovering from surgery and they cut all those stomach muscles. So anytime you move or cough or anything, you're in pain and you're trying to pick up and love on your baby. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Sandy. She gave me medication to forget, but I'll remember, I bet. So Chelsea was saying that she was medicated and intubated. I was going to go, but then my guide showed my siblings looking into my casket, and I sang back. That's funny, Virginia. My guide showed me my grandbabies. Because they were like, they were saying, you know, come back. I was like, do I have to? It's so nice over here. And then I heard, and then they showed me my grandbabies, and that's when I heard, yes. Ma'am, didn't hear his first cry, was an emergency C-section. I'm glad you're fine. I mean, however your baby gets here, great. We just want our babies to be healthy, but man, to recover from that. All right. This is for Sissy. And then we will roll, what time is it? We'll roll into right, same. I was just like, dang, I have to go back, right? Do we recognize our loved ones in heaven? Yes, you do. Okay, so a lot of information. I'm going to do this card read for Sissy, and then I'm going to answer that question about do we recognize our loved ones in heaven, how that works. Okay, so Miss Sissy, the first one is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is about duality and togetherness, and Wands is fire, fast-moving energy. There is progress being made in your situation. But you need to make sure you're open to balancing those emotions. Like the next card is the 6 of Pentacles. So what I'm hearing is, Miss Sissy, yes, there's a lot of different energy going on. And yeah, I know she did, Miss Princess Rose. Okay, so let me see. Someone asked, I was like, hard. So when I'm on lives, I just go to the spirit world and start grabbing spirit. So if her dad steps up, if someone wants a specific spirit, if you want to make sure I'm reading you, then you have to make an appointment, because it's not fair to just start. I just don't think it's fair. It actually makes people upset whenever I start randomly grabbing people and calling in spirits for them, because people are like, well, why not me? Why not me? Okay, so I'm hearing that you have everything you need on this earth to make the decisions for you to move forward. The next 2 cards are Pentacles, or are about your physical reality on this planet. The first one is 6, which is really about receiving and sharing, creating that flow of abundance. And that abundance can be anything. That abundance can be wealth, it can be love, but you have to receive and give. Receive and give. And the next one is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about our long-term view and hard work. So you have to keep your eye on the long-term goal. So as you're moving forward, sissy, make sure you're not losing sight of where you want to end up. The last card is the Ace of Cups, which is about leading and dominating and creating a new reality for yourself based in love and compassion and having new feelings about a situation. We cannot change the way people behave. We just can't. We have to play the hand we've been dealt. Sometimes that sucks. Sometimes that hand absolutely freaking sucks. And I'm hearing for you, I'm sorry, Miss Sissy, that lately your hand, like the hand you've been dealt, you feel like sucks and you want to exchange some cards. We don't get to do that. All we can do is look to the past and glean the information and then move forward. Move forward with the information that we've gleaned. Sorry, I just got a weird message. Okay. So someone was asking me about, do we recognize our loved ones in heaven? We do. Now, I'm about to roll into readings, like bringing up past loved ones. So when I bring up a past loved ones, I describe them, what they're showing me, how they behave, personality, something to give evidence. They're giving me evidence of how they were on this planet, right? If they showed you how they were in heaven, you wouldn't recognize them. So whenever you cross over, your loved ones present to you initially of how you remember them so that you know who they are. You feel that comfort of them. Whenever I was like in and out of my body, I very much saw my relatives just as they were on this planet. Do I know that they look differently now? They do. I have a girlfriend who I read her son all the time. So I know him. I mean, I knew him when his mom was pregnant with him. I knew him his entire life. Now he's in spirit. And so he had, he presents in a certain way. So one day I'm talking to his mom and I see this light coming at me. And I just had a knowing, because once I've read your relatives enough, their spirit becomes like a signature. It's like a face. I just know it. And so I was like, Ethan, you forgot to take a body, because he was coming at me as this light. And he's like, oh yeah. And then he morphed into how he presents. Okay. I'm going to do this one quick read for Raina. And then I promise I'm going to get to relatives. The first relative stepping up here is a man, and I'm hearing this name, Andy. So just know that. So let's see. Raina said, can I get some cards? I had a bad experience in court for custody. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to ask for some guidance for this custody. Oh, right there. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Good grief, almost went flying. Okay. All right, sweet soul. Okay. It's not a bad reading. Okay, so hold on. See you soon. Sorry, I had to answer that text. All right. So the first card I have for you, Miss Raina, is the Ace of Cups. You know, the Ace of Cups is about love and compassion and really stepping forward with security and dominance. So I know that you're not feeling this right now, honey. I absolutely know, just tapping into you, I can feel very deflated, almost a defeated feeling, and those feelings are valid. And I want you to sit with those feelings, and I want you to feel them. I want you to journal about them and make sure you're processing them. But you are to step into the situation with confidence and love and compassion for yourself. You are going to, the next card is the Six of Wands. You're going to be headed in a new direction. It's going to be a change. You're going to be leaving things behind. You're going to be leaving this old you behind. I'm sorry. My dogs are in the kennel. I'm sorry. I'm sure y'all can hear them. in the background. I'm not sure what they're going off about. So as you're headed forward, you're starting this new journey and you are headed forward. When you first start this journey, yes, you're taking all the information that you gleaned and you are moving forward slowly because you don't want to move forward, but you have to, and you know that. And Miss Raina, you are kick-ass strong. You just feel like you got punched in the gut, which I understand. You are a natural leader. You are a visionary. You are brilliant. That's what Spirit is telling me. And so you're what I call, you have street smarts. You always think of a way out of whatever predicament you're in. You have this. You are strong. You are brilliant. You are a visionary. Tap into that leadership you have. Tap into that compassion and love. You get your strength through your heart chakra. So make sure you're dropping down into your heart chakra. So it's funny that we're ending with the Ace of Swords. The Swords is about air, which is kind of, movement and air. Ooh, think about air. And so the Ace of Swords is about mental clarity. You're going to have a breakthrough in this. So yes, you are feeling punched in the gut. Yes, you are feeling defeated. But this is a very positive reading. It is showing me that you are very compassionate and loving and you get your strength through your heart chakra. So if you start stepping into the vengeance of the situation, which I know we're all tempted to do, you lose your power. Just because you get your strength from your heart chakra. So if you start feeling vindictive, that's when I say, we have these thought bubbles. So if you have this thought bubble and you're starting to feel vindictive, it's a valid feeling. Don't act on it. You can have that thought circle and let it go. Journal it, but let it go. Because that's where you lose your power. Your strength comes from your heart and your ability to step forward in creativity and leadership and compassion. And you are going to have a big breakthrough. Once you kind of process all of these emotions, you're going to have a huge breakthrough on how to move forward. All right. I hope that was helpful. I felt God was signs that it would go in my favor. I know. I hate that, Raina. I've been there. She says that she was really tapping into it and she felt like, God was showing her signs that things were going to go in her favor. I've had that happen. And I know this is hard to hear because trust me, I've had the same thing happen to me when you feel like something's going in your favor and then it doesn't, or not the way you want it to. And it's headed you in the right direction. It's just not in the timeline. Yeah, she says she feels tricked. It feels that way. You feel very defeated and deflated. But you're brilliant, your creativity, and you're strong. Allow yourself to feel these emotions, though. Don't try to push your way through it. Okay, so this first spirit I have stepping up here. That pen's not working. Let's try this one. I'm hearing the name Andy around them. He is showing me, can you come closer? I was like, why are you so far away? I'm not really feeling you. Come closer, come closer. He said, yes, ma'am. So that tells me that this gentleman was very, he was polite. He was kind of a teaser. Because I said step closer, like, yes, ma'am. And he kind of slid forward. He is in jeans and cowboy boots. And not that he was out roping cattle, but he definitely liked that he loved his boots. These are kind of ratty looking boots. And he could care less. Of course, we all like money. We all like material goods. But this guy really could care less about them. He was about having a good time, hanging out with his buddies, drinking beers. He was a thin guy. He is showing me that he's dressed up and he has on like one of those plaid cowboy looking shirts, a belt, cowboy boots. He had nice hair. He is showing me it was not, I was about to describe it and he's like, it wasn't a mullet, apparently the way, I wasn't going to describe a mullet, but it kind of was like, the 80s feather look that the guys had, and, it was kind of over the ear and dropped down a little bit, but not a mullet. It was not one of those, no. And his hair is like a light brown, sandy blonde. He is showing me that he... How did you die? I was like, what are you showing me, dude? Okay, hold on, what are you showing me? Okay, what he is showing me is he's going down the road in a truck. It's an older truck. Definitely, it's one of those that you're bouncing around, those older trucks that didn't, I don't know if they didn't have shocks or whatever, but you would bounce around. It's messy. He's showing me opening the glove compartment and things are falling out and he's slamming it. He always had his window down and he's showing me his arm out the window. And it was a stick shift. Also, his truck was a stick shift. He loved having bonfires and hanging out with his friends. All right. Does this guy sound familiar to anyone? I'm hearing the name Andy around him. He is showing me that he was a thin guy. He is presenting in jeans, a button-up shirt. He's wearing a belt and boots, and these are ratty boots. He is showing me that, of course, we all like money. Okay, Kendra, are you claiming this, honey? Are you claiming the spirit, Miss Kendra? Okay, I'm going to ask you to go live. Oh, it's not allowing me. So, Miss Kendra, down at the bottom of your screen is a pink and blue person. Click on that and ask to go live with me. It's not allowing me to ask you to go live. So, request to go live. All right, Miss Kendra, do you see the button at the bottom? Miss Kendra. Ah, there she is. Thank you, thank you. You figured it out, honey.
Hello.
Hi, Kendra. Where are you located?
I'm in Mass,
Where are you?
Massachusetts.
Oh. I thought you said I'm a mess. I was like, no, you're not. Massachusetts. Is it freezing up there?
Oh, yes.
I've never been there. My husband and I are talking about next year. This year we had some other trips on. So next year for our 40th wedding anniversary, we're talking about doing a whole tour of the East Coast, like the Northeast, because we've never been there.
It's beautiful here.
It feels like it would be. Like it just feels kind of homey when I think about it, which is weird because I'm from the South. So.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would really jive with that. All right, so who was this guy to you?
It sounds like it could be my son's father.
Okay. And what is this Andy name?
Andy, I don't know. His last name was Apt, though.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just tapping into him for a second because I'm like, did he have a friend named with like Randy, Mandy, something like that? It's Randy.
I don't think so. Jesse.
We're not going to hang the reading on this because if everything else fits, but just so what happens when you do a reading, I'm not just saying this for Kendra, for everyone else, sometimes Spirit will give me information that will make sense later. So Kendra, your job is to message me when you figure out this Randy.
Okay.
Let me know. Just go to my bio, click on the, email, send me a message.
Okay.
Okay. And so you remember this guy's truck?
Oh, yes. I used to call it the Frogger because it would like leap, like it had no shocks in it, and it was a stick.
So for everyone watching, that was something that was so prevalent. I just had to bounce up and down because I felt like I was.
Yes, and I was 9 months pregnant when I was driving it and bouncing around in it.
Yes. Oh my goodness. He loved that truck. This guy was very easygoing. Almost too much so. Like he was just needed to set himself straight to accomplish some goals. And he is apologizing because he was saying that you were the one that got away. So did y'all not get married?
We did not. He had a ring, but it didn't happen.
Okay. That's the kind of energy he is showing me, is that he would plan, but not finish it. Like he did that so much in his life. Yeah. He would plan, get things going, but never make it to the finish line. Do you know that to be true?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And he is apologizing for that. And did you have a son together?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure if you said that earlier, or if you said your child's father or your son's father. Anyway, he's referencing a son.
Yes.
He is talking about this. He loves that boy.
Mm.
He is so proud of him and the job that you've done. This boy is so empathetic. Have you noticed that about him?
The biggest compliment I get about our son.
Oh, is it? Is that he's
Yeah.
empathetic?
Yeah.
Very good. So for Kendra and everyone watching, Spirit will give me information related to, like, I wouldn't know that. So the fact that he used that exact word and Kendra's like, oh yeah, that's what they say about our son is proof that he is around and he sees. Because he didn't use kind, he didn't use compassionate, he used the word empathetic.
Yep, that's him.
And so that's because it's the same word that people use, and so it's a sign that he is around. He's also telling me, Kendra, that he has sent you the butterflies. Have you noticed the butterflies? I know you're not getting them now because you're up in Massachusetts.
No, but dragonflies.
Dragonflies. All right, I'll take it. Oh, okay. So be on the lookout next year when springtime rolls around for the butterflies.
Okay.
So make sure you're paying attention to them.
Okay.
He is showing me, I don't know what I know what he's showing me. I don't know what he means by it. But it's like this beautiful blue butterfly. I've never seen one like it before. So he's showing me this beautiful, vibrant blue. So keep a lookout also for popping on Facebook and you see a meme where there is this beautiful blue butterfly. Or you pop into a store and there's a picture or a photograph of this beautiful blue butterfly because he's being very specific.
Okay.
I know that he's dropping that in. Are you in a relationship now?
No.
And you're not seeing anyone?
No.
Okay, he's referencing a significant other. So hold on, let me see what he's saying about that. And for everyone that gets excited, I do not make relationships happen. I just read the energy. You're going to have a significant relationship coming your way this year, Kendra.
Okay.
I'm seeing the number 4. Is that in 4 months or is that the 4th? Okay, is that in 4 months? No, it's the 4th month. It's the 4th month. So what is that, April? So be looking around April, and it's not going to be someone who you're going to meet and instantly be like, oh my goodness, this is the one. It's going to be someone who kind of grows on you. So you are very specific when it comes to physical attraction and the physical attributes that you want in another person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be something, it's not like he's bad looking. It's just you have a certain type.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's a little bit different from that, but he's going to grow on you and he makes you laugh. Like every time this gentleman is showing me you with the new guy, you are laughing, like big teeth laughing. So I love that. And he's saying, give him a chance, give him a chance. The new guy is a little bit on the geeky side. In a good way, not like full blown high water pants and everything, but a little bit on the geeky side.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yes. He's also saying, okay, so do you have a car starter? Have you been thinking about getting a car starter? He's talking about a car starter. What is this?
I don't know.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Do you not use it?
No.
Why don't you use it?
It doesn't work half the time.
Okay, very good. Now I was going to say, no, he's talking about this car starter. He's saying use the car starter. So more so than get the car starter fixed.
Okay.
It's like you could tell I was like a dog with a bone. It's like, no, he is talking about a car starter, Kendra. What does this mean? And so he's done a really good job of proving he's around you. There's no way I would know that you were having a problem with your car starter.
Mm-hmm.
But also get that car starter fixed. He says you need it.
Yeah, he would have been on top of that.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good day.
You as well.
All right. Very good. You were thinking the same thing. Would I miss comments? You see, I miss comments when maybe that's the Andy. What are we talking about here? I don't have a moderator, so I missed all these comments. Let's see. Okay, I read that. Maybe, what was Chelsea talking about when she said maybe that's the Andy? What does that mean? That maybe the new guy is Andy. Oh, okay, gotcha. Maybe the new guy is Andy. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be funny? This Andy Randy. Oh my goodness, that would be so cool, wouldn't it? If you give him the name of the new guy. So you need to keep us updated. If your new guy is Andy or Randy, we're gonna need to know that. All right. Let's see who we have going on here. Who is going to be next? Wow, they're falling, like pushing each other to get to the forefront here. Who are we going to have next? Oh, it's a little boy stepping up. I know, inquiring minds want to know, right? It's a little boy. How old are you, dear? He's like 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there, because I'm treating him like this little baby because, 10, 11, 12, that is like a baby to me. And he is very no. He died from a head injury. This kid did. Okay, so this little boy is like 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. He's showing me being on the pavement, like in the road, and having a head injury. I'm not sure if he was riding his bike and fell or if he was hit by a car, but he's showing me being in the road and there's blood coming out of his head. So he died from a head injury in the road. This kid loved to play baseball. I said ball, and he was showing me a baseball field, and he was like, be specific. I was like, oh yeah, he liked to play baseball. Okay. He was always wearing a cap. He was not wearing any kind of helmet. So I'm not sure if he wasn't. Show me this, kid. He is showing me riding a bike in the street. And then all of a sudden he's laying down and he had blood coming out of his head. He is showing me that he was from, okay, let's narrow it down. If you're breaking the United States down in the middle, he was from the eastern side, closer to like the Middle East, not like the Middle East, Middle Eastern, like he's showing me not from the upper northwest, not from the south, like these states in the middle. He was from there. He lived in a smaller Ohio. I could go with that. This kid is not entertained by me at all. So he is someone who wanted to be grown. Like he thought he was grown. He was showing me that he was just getting to that point where he was really starting to push against his mom, and she wanted to still coddle and baby him because he is a baby. He's like 10, 11, 12. And I can just see him, no, mom. But he's also showing me he would still sit with her on the couch. Like if no one was around, he would still have those moments where she would be sitting on the couch and he would just come and plop down beside her. Okay, does this kid sound familiar to anyone? If he fits you, please put a yes in the comments. There's a bike accident who was hit by a car and died in November. Okay, Janet, did you know this kid? Miss Janet, I'm going to ask you to go live. All right, Miss Janet, did you get my my invite to go live? It says invite sent. Did you get that, honey? Miss Janet. Did you get my invite to go live, honey? Do I need a moderator? Am I not doing well? Someone's calling me out. She's like, you need a moderator. I never go live without a moderator. And someone's saying, I need a moderator. Am I not doing a good job without a moderator? All right. Looks like, I don't know. Where did you go, Miss Janet? Can you not go live? What's going on? I'm going to ask you again. We'll do it one more time. If not, we'll see. I haven't heard from her. I know. Someone said it was their son. Thank you. He does help. My moderator did just get home. I heard him roll in. Just meant you can see Janet's comments, that's all. I was teasing y'all. I know I do much better with a moderator. My friend's son hit him. Very good. Very good. Okay. You know, it's funny. This is not, so I love spirit and their synchronicities. So Janet said, she said there was recently her friend's son hit someone on a bike and they passed. So why would this kid be stepping up? I had this happen. I was doing a group event. I don't know. It's been a couple of months now. But this little boy just dropped in this same event that was going on. So what happened is someone in my audience, I mean, this was 20 years ago that they had hit someone. And I mean, it wasn't their fault. It was completely this other person's fault that had died when the person in my audience had killed them. And so I described them all this and they said, yeah, that sounds like him. And so why were they stepping up? And this room was full of people that the person I was reading knew. And I said, because he's saying that you still to this day carry guilt over this subject, even though it wasn't your fault. And I gave some very specific information and she broke down in tears. And that's the same situation. Janet, your friend's son, this is going to change the trajectory of his life. It kicked you off. What the heck? Here, I'm going to ask you to go live again. I'm going to ask you again. Let's see if she can go live. She said it kicked her off. If not, I'm going to here she comes. Hi, Janet.
Hi there.
So TikTok kicked you off?
It did. I had to go back to my settings.
Oh my goodness. So, where do you live?
Well, where the accident happened was in Ohio, if this is the same one you're talking about.
Okay, very good.
He was a 10-year-old. I don't know the child, but my friend's son was the one in the car who accidentally hit him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an accident. Mm-hmm. But just like you're saying, the child was 10. I know the child played baseball.
Right. Very good. It makes sense because I don't know, this is for Janet and everyone else. If y'all notice, usually I give a lot of personality. With this kid, as y'all noticed, he wasn't giving me any personality, which I thought was odd. He was giving me more concrete information. It makes sense why he wasn't giving me personality because you didn't know his personality.
Ah.
So it makes sense to me now. As a medium, I'm sitting here hitting this kid like, okay, well, that's great. Tell me your personality. Like, y'all didn't hear me asking him that, but I absolutely was because I thought it was weird. Spirits always give me their personality because it's my strong suit. And that makes sense why he didn't, because you didn't know.
So I can tell you, though, the person, you are right, the person also that the guy who hit him was younger. And it is such a life-changing moment. It's destroyed the whole entire family. Like devastation that this had happened.
And I'm hearing, I don't know if this young man that hit him is currently in counseling, but he needs to go into counseling.
Okay, I'll share that with them.
He's not doing a good job of processing it. To me, guilt is the absolute worst emotion because you can't change the past. And all you want to do is rewind and change, and you keep playing that moment. I woulda, shoulda, coulda. And the weight, when I tap into your friend's son, the weight I feel is unbearable. I can't hardly even sit up with it.
Yes, I would agree with that.
which is, so this tells how empathetic and what a beautiful human being your friend's son is. He understands the enormity of what happened. He's a beautiful human being. And the only way he's going to get through this is to go to counseling and figure out how to turn this into something positive. Some people can process it and move on. Your friend's son is going to have to figure out a way to turn it into something positive. Whether he starts going and speaking about it, whether he helps later. I mean, it won't be right now because he has to heal himself. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. He's going to have to, later counsel other people on it, speak about it, talk about how to get through it, because it's going to destroy him if he doesn't.
Yeah, so there's also new charges now. The family's actually suing him personally, trying to as well. So there's new things coming up. But like I said, it's just tragic for both families.
It is. And I'm honestly hearing that. I'm sorry, I was asking this little boy, like I was just having him put me in this situation, like was your son's friend texting? He wasn't.
No.
He was not.
He was
wasn't distracted.
Correct. He was actually driving up over a hill, and
Mm-hmm.
the little boy, the 10-year-old, was right on the other side of that hill. You couldn't see him. It was just a freak accident.
Right. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Because typically, when people do this, like, especially young people, they were distracted. But this little boy is adamantly saying, no, he was not distracted. He was not drinking. He was not on drugs.
Correct.
It was just an accident.
Correct. Yes.
And he's apologizing, like he is showing me his family, rightly so, is just so destroyed. They want to blame someone. They cannot fathom that their son was taken off this planet in a freak accident.
Correct.
It has to be someone's fault. I pray that. Okay, I'm sorry. The Spirit was telling me something. Because I was going to say, I pray that this continues to be found not at fault, so that it further helps your friend's son go forth and know that it was just an accident.
Okay, I'll share that all with them because they need some prayers too.
This will be up on my YouTube channel in, I don't know, a few days. If you go to my YouTube channel, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, there is a playlist called TikTok Lives, and these are downloaded and put on there, but it usually takes a few days.
Okay.
The only thing that this kid is showing me, so I want you to forewarn the parents just in case, is that I was talking to someone who was in insurance one day, and they were telling me about someone who had been driving through a parking lot, this older couple driving through, it was a hotel parking lot, and they accidentally hit a 2-year-old. It was absolutely not their fault. There was a group of people talking. This 2-year-old was not being watched. As you know, 2-year-olds are fast, and ran out right in the middle of the traffic. And so I was horrified. I was like, well, why did the insurance company settle and give the 2-year-old's family money when clearly the kid wasn't being watched? It wasn't their fault. And they said, because if you take something to trial like that, the jury will typically award money to the family because they, the jury are humans like us, and they feel so terrible and sad for the family that lost a child that they will get the money. So I want you to remind the people that just because an insurance company or someone gives someone money doesn't mean that they were at fault. They just know that they go to trial. They're probably going to have to give money anyway because a jury is made up of people like us who are kind and loving and feel horrible for people who lose children. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. And my family's, like my friend's family, they're so concerned about his death too. Like it's hard for them to move on. It was so tragic. And they think about that little boy all the time.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's just a horrible, horrible situation.
Well, thank you for your time. I'm definitely going to have them listen to this.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay. Bye. All right. I want to thank everyone who has joined me today. I've been at it for over an hour, and my moderator just got home, who did not join me today because I don't know what that silly man was thinking going to work and all. Anyway, I'm gonna go spend some time with my moderator. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I do have a class that starts February 11th. If you're interested in that, please go check it out on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. It is Intro to Mediumship. So Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. You click on classes, Intro to Mediumship. All right. Love y'all. Have a great Friday.